Hello everyone, welcome to the Stock Martin channel. I have an awesome video for you today. We are going to be talking about NIO, ticker symbol NIO, as this is an EV revolution. This does give us an exposure to EV companies, but NIO is one of the best companies. I do believe that it is an international company. It is based in China, but as you know, the geopolitical tensions between China, US, Russia war right now has been at its all-time high. This has actually pushed down the stock, but we will be talking about the very big date coming out, which will be March 24th. It will be this Thursday after the stock hours. We will know its Q4 earnings report and the 2021 earnings report. And I did just want to show you how this company has a potential of great future growth, but we will also be talking about some of those huge risks in this company. I think you're going to get a lot out of this video. Before we get down into it and get started, give me that big thumbs up again to keep me alive on YouTube. To share this page with others, I'd greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell to get my latest uploaded videos. I do have great promotions for you right now using my link down below to Moomoo. If you put in $1 into that brand new account, we'll grant you a free NIO stock. In addition to this, if you put in up to $100, you will get a free Lucid LCID stock. Take advantage of that huge opportunity and stay to the end of this video, and I can show you how you can get even more free stocks, free cash money, up to $17,500. Incredible opportunities. Now, without further ado, let's talk about NIO. NIO is one of my favorite electric vehicle companies. And in the EV industry, I do think it is going to make a huge splash into the future. But right now, this stock has been beat down. Just last year alone, 2021 has been a very difficult year for this company just because of several reasons. Number one being the geopolitical tensions between US and China. We have seen the Chinese regulators really crack down on Chinese companies that are invested in the United States. This has put a huge downward pressure on all these stocks. We also have had that big tension between the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission, and Chinese-based companies, and the fears of delisting. Just most recently, we have heard from China that they are working hard with the US government and with the SEC to continue to work together with these companies so we can have the stocks such as NIO be traded on the US stock market. That has eased some of the fears of delisting of Chinese stocks on the US market. But as a hedge, NIO has actually dual listed its company on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. So it is now just not only in the US market, it is now in the Hong Kong Exchange as well to ease some of the fears of the delisting concerns. Now, that being said, we are still feeling some of this huge potential, this huge downward pressure on NIO, as it is still a Chinese company. But in my own opinion, I do not fear that NIO will be delisted from the US stock market, as I do believe it does have a future because it is an international company. We have just seen last year alone, September of 2021, NIO has for the very first time expanded beyond the Chinese market. It has gone into the European market, starting with NIO Norway. NIO has been very strategic into entering the European market, going into NIO Norway as it is the #1 seller of electric vehicles in the European Union. But in Norway, NIO has done incredibly well and it continues to do well. But just this year alone, in the year 2022, NIO is actually going to be expanding beyond Norway, going into Sweden, Germany, Netherlands. So we do see that expansion is continuing. And I do think that NIO is planning on going to even more markets. They have just recently said that NIO will be going into 25 countries by the year 2025. I do think that they have their eyes set on going into the US market as well. We do know that just most recently, NIO has opened headquarters in San Jose, California, in Silicon Valley. So they are slowly moving to the US market. I do believe that in the next potentially 2 years, they will start entering into the US market. But now the biggest thing to look out for in the short term is the earnings report that will be on March 24th, which will be this Thursday after hours. If you do want to be part of this earnings call and you do want to listen in, I will post a link down below so that you can actually listen into the earnings report. This will take you to this website right here. It is the NIO fourth quarter and full year 2021 earnings conference call. I will have the link down below to my link. If you put in your information, you can actually listen into this call as well. But just to show you, the earnings report will be on Thursday. It will be on March 24th. Now, what should we expect for the Q4 earnings report and for the year 2021 of NIO? We do suspect that NIO will be recording a record high deliveries for the Q4 earnings report of more than 25,000 deliveries in that quarter alone, which will be about 44% year-over-year increase. We do also suspect that the year 2021, even though that we've had a huge downward pressure on chip shortages, supply chain issues, NIO will be reporting up to 91,000 vehicle deliveries for that year alone, which will be an increase of 109% year over year in sales of its vehicle fleet. We do also suspect that this year, 2022, will be an incredible year for NIO, as it will be launching two of its brand new models. The first one being the ET7 that will be going on sale March of this year, 2021. We do suspect that probably around September of this year, they will be introducing the smaller version, the ET5, the first two sedans that NIO will be announcing and delivering to its customers this year alone. We also do know that NIO has very big futures ahead of itself, that it will be entering into the European market in even more countries. Just most recently, last year, they did enter NIO Norway, but they will now be entering Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and the Netherlands. So we do suspect that even more vehicle sales will be made in the European market and will be expanding even more internationally. So very big things to look forward to for NIO. And I definitely think that this company has excellent futures ahead of itself. And now let's transition and see how the stock has been doing for NIO, ticker symbol NIO. Just in the past one day, it has been up almost 11%. We were trading below $19, but at the end of the day, we ended up at $21. In the past 5 days, we are actually up an enormous amount of 38%. We did test the low of actually below $13 at one point in time on March 15th, but its lowest point that we are seeing on the stock charts is $13.28. We have since gone up 57% to its high just in the past 1 week alone. In the past 1 month, we are actually still down on NIO stock at 4.2%. But again, we have tested that bottom at one point in time at $13.01, which was its 52-week low just last week alone. But again, we have gone up as much as about 47%, almost 50% just in the past 2 days alone. In the past 6 months, NIO stock has been having a huge downward push. We have seen a high kissing at least that $43. But again, we have had a huge sell-off of more than 67% down since the highest point back in November 8th that we have seen in this stock. Again, we have had those big geopolitical issues pushing down all Chinese stocks that are traded in the US. You can go back and look at XPeng, Li Auto, also Alibaba. All these stocks have been pushed down quite hard because Chinese regulations, also the fears of delisting from the US stock market. Now we do have the Russian-Ukraine war. We have heard that Russia is reaching out to get some help from China. All these big factors have put in a huge downward pressures on these stocks, but we are starting to see a little bit of recovery. Will this last? Only time will tell. But again, these big earnings reports, I do think that will be a very big, nice catalyst for NIO and its stock moving up from now. Just showing you what the analysts are saying about NIO as a stock. I did just want to show you from tip ranks. There are a total of 12 analysts. 10 are giving it a strong buy, 2 hold, 0 sell. This does give it a strong buy in the next 12 months. The highest price target is actually $87 in this stock. The lowest price target is $30 in this stock with an average of $51 in the next 12 months, which does give it 145% upside from now. I do actually suspect it will be much less than this, especially with the big turbulence that we are going through. And for this, I would actually like to show you Wallet Investor. Wallet Investor is showing a predicted 12-month forecast in the next 1 year of $24 in the next 1 year, just because it has been using the technical analysis and past trading history of this stock. So they are only predicting only a slight increase in the next 12 months in the next 1 year of $24. But in the next 5 years, they are predicting that the stock price could go up to $61. So right now, if you are getting this stock around this point right now at $20, we still might get a little bit of upward movement, but we are still not out of the woods yet. As you have seen in the past 1 month, we are having a stabilization of this stock. We have hit a bottom of about $14, but we have recovered from that. Are we out of the woods yet? I do not think that we will. I do think that we could potentially still see some tension in the market, especially because we are still having that big tension between the US and Chinese government. Again, we still are hearing that Vladimir Putin and the Russian government is still asking for aid from China. But again, this war has not ended yet. If we do end this war, I do think that we will have a nice push up on these stocks. But again, we are not at that point yet. There's still some potential volatility in the market. So have we tested the bottom yet? I do hope that this has found the bottom. But again, I cannot be guaranteeing this because we are still having those huge potential conflicts in between the US, China, and Russia. So again, please always do your own due diligence, always do your own research. But looking at this company's growth, I do suspect that this will be a very nice company into the future. I am still invested in NIO, and I do believe that once all this geopolitical tension and all these fears, the chip shortages, the supply chain issues, the inflation concerns, I do think that after all this does weather, we will be starting to see those nice stock prices of $50 to $60. But until that happens, I do believe that we will be trading around $25 to $30 at its most highest point. But again, we'll definitely have to see what this has in store for us. But I hope that you got a lot out of this video. I hope that you learned something new. If you did, please give me that big thumbs up, again, to keep me alive on YouTube. It'll really help with that YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, hit all to get my latest uploaded videos. Don't forget to share this page with others so we can continue to grow the channel. Also, using my link down below to Moomoo, put in $1 into that, will give you a free NIO stock. Put in at least $100 will get you an additional free Lucid LCID stock. Moomoo will also give you up to 5 free stocks, depending on how much you put in, potentially up to $17,500 into the stock market for free cash. Using my link down below to Webull, put in 1 penny or more, will get you up to 5 free stocks, each valued up to $3,000. Incredible opportunities to get free money, free stocks right now. Take advantage of those huge opportunities. And again, thanks for supporting the channel, for watching, for commenting down below, and have a wonderful week. And I can't wait to talk to you on the next one. Thank you.